Can you follow up with that? Has that selection been made? On cue?
Yes. That solution, that vendor has been identified as the source and the solution.
Has the contract been let?
Not yet. PO has not been awarded, no.
I see. That was not an open procurement?
Open in the context, well,
Was that a competitive procurement? Because I'm a competitor of theirs, and I was unaware of that. I mean, that would be a major part of what we would have proposed in this. An enterprise solution as opposed to a flat.
We had evaluations and reviews that were going back as far as almost a year ago with ratings and evaluation. We made a determination that evidence on cue, based on several factors concerning our current architecture as well as their knowledge of our data requirements and also our data sources, was viable. That does not exclude nor negate your solution proposing a different solution.
Well, I mean, the problem would be is that that flat file system of theirs, the old non-relational database, probably won't provide you an enterprise solution. And so what we were looking to do was to see whether, as part of this, because you were asking for a system,
right,
but it appears you've already created that system or bought that ahead of putting this as a total package. Is that was your intention?
That was our intention initially, and we, with an expectation that solution would be viable and interfaceable with an a warehouse management solution. But I believe that we are willing, as part of this proposal and fact finding, if you have a solution that you want, I think we're not close to reviewing and accepting that. So
my
the short
concern
answer to
is
your
because
question
as a major competitor of theirs, we were totally unaware of it, and we have a far better solution.
My role as CTO, I haven't approved this procurement yet, and part of the reason we haven't moved forward with that yet is because I want to see what's coming in terms of the enterprise solution.
But that
Right,
we were
there's a
providing as
dependency.
enterprise solution.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think what Ed's saying here is that, and we're looking for this, and that's why there's a hold on that right now.
Okay. Well, because otherwise I might as well go home right now. That's my point.
No, and I think as I said, we're looking for the best thinking in the world and I keep talking about it in terms of an enterprise evidence management solution. I mean, getting away from just the warehousing, but an evidence management solution overall.
Is the land acquisition a part of the bid package?
The land acquisition, I don't anticipate will be a part of the bid package, but, we're not at that stage of actually receiving bids or proposals yet. On the 18th, we're expecting you to submit your ideas and potential solutions.
Who will design, or will this be a design-build effort?
Probably most likely a design-build effort, all-in turnkey solution.
Is Shannon Place an owned or leased facility?
Shannon Place is a leased facility. We just exercised an option for another 18 months with an option for an additional 18.
In a new facility, are the geographic parameters predetermined, proximity to the courts, MPD headquarters, etc., in D.C., or will close in the suburban areas?
We have not closed parameters as to the location. Our preference would be within the District of Columbia. The key concern we would have as far as having a location outside of the district would be for the customer service aspects. Because, again, remembering that prisoner property, individuals are going to need to retrieve that property. So it is our preference that it would be in the District of Columbia, but we are not opposed to other solutions and suggestions.
Is submissions of a statement of qualifications, etc., a prerequisite to to participate in the RFP?
No, read that again, I'm sorry, Sherry. The submission of the...
It's the submission of a statement of qualification, et cetera, a prerequisite to the participation in the RFP. Are you referring to the requirement that we have for the 18th?
It sounds like it. I believe the question is, must you be pre-qualified to participate in the RFP process? And no, you must not be pre-qualified. You do not respond to the request for information that we have submitted that's due on the 18th. You will still be eligible to respond to RFP that's issued later.
Are there any additional questions?
There's one coming down.
I'll jump in to clarify the budgeting, financing stuff. We are open for alternative means of financing for this project. Ideal, lease back or something along those lines. We're up for that too. So any options you might have to help the district proceed, build this process, this building will be welcomed. So get creative.
You saw the drugs inside the existing one?
No comment.
Do you expect a single supplier to provide the building, hardware, computers, networking, software, maintenance, operations, and labor?
No, I don't think we're expecting a single supplier. Again, we're open to creativity, joint ventures, collaborative efforts. We're looking for a solution, and we're looking for recommendations on how that solution can be best achieved.
Are there any additional questions? Is there anything that the panel would like to, any additional information that you'd like to provide at this time?
Yes, just to add a little more specificity to some of the storage requirements. I mentioned to you about the drug room. I mentioned about weapons. In essence, we have vaulted requirements, and I like to leave that term with you as a planning aspect. We're storing currency in large quantities that are going to require the security that will be associated, if not with a bank, even to a greater detail than a bank would have. We have weapons that are stored that in essence have the criteria for storage of a arms room. We have DNA-related items that need to have environmental controls associated with that storage. We also have flammables and some combustibles, such as ammunition, that are also being maintained with those weapons, not in the weapons, but in the same facility. Lastly, I would also mention to you that we are looking for a storage solution that will also maximize vertical space as much as possible. We're looking for ingenuity and shelving solutions. And lastly, the technology needs to be expandable and growable to where as our requirements change, as our interfaces with the core systems get updated, et cetera, that this technology can grow and expand to meet those growing needs.
Also, doesn't have to be one story either. We can have multiple levels if you want. Open your mind to whatever possibilities it is. It's at the location. If it's easier or better to go down 2 stories, if necessary, based on your opinion, then let's do that too. Just keep your mind open to all types of possibilities. It doesn't have to be 100,000 square feet just on at grade.